back to Rusty Guns. So today we're just going to do a quick review of the Rossi gallery model. This one, the 22 long rifle. All the particulars for the rifle, like barrel length, things like that, I will put down in the description for you guys if you want to check that out. But let's go ahead and do a little bit of shooting, and then we'll talk a little bit about some of the features of the gun. Okay, so I've loaded up 6 rounds of some Federal auto match. It's 40 grain, just lead nose stuff. Nothing special, nothing fancy. Got our target down there. It's about 25 yards away, and we're gonna go for simply headshots. So that's all we're gonna shoot at, is for the head of the target on this. All right. All right, so there you go. All 6 hits. At least you get here dings. We'll see if I kept them all in the head or not. I think I kind of jerked one of them, so one of them might be a little off, but let's go check it out. All right, so here you go, guys. Flip that camera around so you guys can see. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All 6, all headshots. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the features of the gun. It's a great little gun for if you got a youth that's getting into shooting. It's a great gun for that. Has like a plastic polymer butt, same way with the pump handle. It actually has that look of almost like being a lever action gun from, you know, here back. One of the reasons for that is you pull the hammer back, the bolt actually comes out the back, similar to a lever action gun. You know, on a pump action shotgun, you have the bolt and the hammer and everything is internal. Well, here the bolt comes out the rear. So it has kind of that look of it. And the pump handle is actually kind of narrow, so it kind of maintains that whole look throughout the gun. It's tube fed magazine. Has the typical button safety right here. And the pump release is located right down here on the handle where my thumb is, down there. So just comes back like that. The sights are kind of like the almost like True Glow sights, where right up here. It's really easy to pick up. They're green in the back and red in the front, and the front sight has that housing over it in case you accidentally bump it. You don't bust that plastic sight. The back ones don't have that, so it's possible you bump this up against something, you might break these back sights. And the rear sight is plastic, which I don't really kind of care for, because I don't know how long or how well that will maintain a 0 for the gun. You know, extreme heat or anything like that, it might warp it a little bit. I'm unsure. But that'll bring me to the kind of down flaw of this, which is sometimes, because the person who brought me this gun, they had this problem. They had a jam in it, and they actually had to take the housing off, and then when they tried to put it back together, they couldn't get it back together, so they brought it to me and I fixed it. I put it back together for them. But sometimes you'll pump this back, you fire it around, and you'll bring this up, and if you can see that right there, if you don't fully engage the pump handle all the way forward and you go ahead and pull the trigger, you think it's forward but it's not, you'll get a light primer strike, and what ends up happening is it shoves the round all the way up in the battery, up to the barrel, but the extractor is not fully engaged, so you get that light primer strike, and the first thing somebody does is go like this. Well, it doesn't eject the live round that is now up here, and the next round's trying to feed up. And it's really, really hard to try to get a live round out this little hole. So the easiest way to do that is to take the upper housing off and clear the jam that way. But that's kind of the downfall of it. So you have to be extremely careful of that. You have to make sure that you fully engage that so that it's locked in place before you pull the trigger. Because if you get that light primer strike and it doesn't extract, you're going to end up having to take the whole housing off to clear the jam. But other than that, it is a great shooting little gun. I enjoyed it. It shoots well. I mean, as you guys saw it does shoot really well. So it's a great little gun for the money. Go out and pick one up. Thanks a lot for joining me, guys. I'll see you next time.